listening to Somos Hollywood, a podcast where Latinos in film and TV talk about their recent projects and the ongoing fight for more inclusion in the industry. I mean, we're already here, and we're not going anywhere. So yeah, apúrense. We are ready. We are talented. We are Hollywood. Somos Hollywood.
Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for wanting to talk to me.
Definitely. So what's your relationship like with sneakers overall? Are you or have you ever been a sneakerhead?
Oh, have been, will always be a sneakerhead. Growing up, my brother's a big sneakerhead, my oldest brother. And so growing up, he always had the nicest kicks. He was always showing me things. So it kind of was like an easy thing to transition to because I love sneakers. I love, expressing myself in that way. So to be able to I've definitely been a sneakerhead all my life.
So were you jealous of that you had an older brother who had maybe the sneakers that you wanted, or how did that work in your head as a kid?
Honestly, it was like hoping one day that when I got older he would pass them down, obviously. But then it was like, well, no, I'm gonna, I gotta keep them up. I'm like, all right, whatever. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna have my cool kicks now. Like, just you wait. I'm gonna start having an awesome collection.
So what's your earliest memory of a pair of sneakers having some kind of meaning to you, do you think?
Probably my favorite basketball player is James Harden, and my favorite team's the Rockets. So being able to, when he first dropped his first signature shoe, that meant a lot because I want to play like him. I want to be like him. Like, he's my favorite player, so I want to rep him because I have all kinds of his jerseys and I match the shoes to go with it. So those definitely mean a lot to me. And then also the ones that my dad would get for me, or like my sister, she always gets me really awesome pairs of shoes that I hold in high regard because she took the time out to think of something for me and, something that would match my personality and whatever. And then
Right.
and I always try to wear them for special events or special things.
So talk to me a little bit about your character Ice and what you liked about him. He's got a pretty classic look, right?
Yeah, a black and charcoal. You could tell he's a bad guy because he crosses his arms and he kind of growls here and there. No, he's such a cool dude. Hard-nosed guy, loves to trash talk, likes to settle his differences on the court, which is kind of similar to me, but not really in a sense because I'll trash talk, but after I've won. So I'll let someone else trash talk me, and then I'll just throw their words back at them, like, oh yeah, you said you're gonna beat me, huh? And they'll be like, oh, whatever. And so that was really cool to be able to dive into a bad guy of sneaks. It was fun.
But you're not a bad guy on the court as well. You're not throwing elbows or anything.
No,
right?
no. I if anything, I say sorry. If I foul something, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, you don't have to apologize. I'm like, no, I have to apologize. It's in my nature.
Now, I'm wondering if Ice and your counterpart, I think it was Fire, right?
Yes.
If it got its own spin-off movie and we learn more about the pair, who do you think would be the owner of those shoes? We didn't get to see his owner.
Honestly, probably, if I had to guess, considering of where the environment in which we first meet him, it was probably somebody a famous street baller. They have ballers who are in the NBA, but then these street guys, they're just as good, but their passions is to be at Rucker Park and win the tournaments that over there for the summers. I feel like my dude would be someone who's a star at Rucker Park, or the Drew League, that they have out here in California, stuff like that. I think he would, the owner of Fire and Ice, it would be them.
So you said that Harden was your favorite player, but now that he's with the Clippers, are you still? I'm guessing you're still a Rockets fan, but you cheer for Harden pretty hard still too.
Yeah. So first off, I'm a Rockets fan first. That's always it. So obviously, when he was on my team, it was easy. When he left, it was hard, of course, but I root for his success. So usually it goes like this. I kind of have a tier list of people I root for. So I root for the Rockets first and foremost, and then whatever team James Harden's on, because if the Rockets lose, I hope he wins. And then if not, the old general manager of the Houston Rockets, his name is Daryl Morey. He's now runs the Philadelphia 76ers. And so he would be my other team that I root for. So if the Rockets are out, I'd root for him. If he was out, I'd root for James Harden, and vice versa. So that's kind of the tier list for me.
When I Googled your name with NBA, of course, a lot of Rocket stuff
Yeah.
comes up. And I looked up, you're originally from Bryan, Texas,
Mhm.
which I was right in the middle of San Antonio, Houston, and Dallas on the map. If you go like
Yep.
that, Bryan's like right there. So
Yep.
I'm just wondering, why the Rockets? Why didn't you go the Spurs or the Mavs?
Well,
I'm just
well,
wondering the.
well, first off, the Rockets are awesome. That's why. No, well, growing up, my family is a big Houston sports fan. So my dad took my brothers when they were young to Rockets games. They got to see Hakeem and Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady. And so growing up, that was a natural way of like I just enjoyed being a fan. And then I kind of growing up, I was a big WWE fan first, and then I got into sports, basketball and so on. And so then once I kind of started like learning, because I like learning the rules, the trades, I love it all. And so once I started paying more attention to that, the Rockets were just like, that's my team. It has my favorite player, it has my favorite team. And so like now I'm like diehard Houston sports fans for everybody. The only like I love, the Texans, Astros, Rockets, and then on the other hand, the only LA team I root for is the LA Sparks, the WNBA team. That's the only LA team I'll root for.
No, don't tell anyone, but I was a Houston Rockets fan for one season. It was the 96-97 season, which was Charles Barkley's first season.
Yeah.
Because I followed him. I was like you with Harden. I followed him wherever he went. But then after that, I jumped to the Spurs bandwagon when Duncan came in on
I mean,
board.
that's fair. I mean, look where you're at. I don't blame you. You know what I mean? But definitely, I mean, wait, now you have Wemby. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Definitely crazy. So be honest, who are you hoping the Rockets meet in the first round? Do you want a Curry matchup or a Morant matchup?
I've always, as a sports fan, you experience loss all the time. So for me, I always, whenever it comes to that, I never want to choose my opponent because then like usually the opponent that I want is usually the one that beats you. So mainly, I'm confident in my team. So whoever we play, I'm ready for. If it's the Warriors, well, so be it. We've had so many battles. If it's the Grizzlies, so be it. I'm ready.
Back when you were on Modern Family, you got a chance to work with Kobe on an episode.
Yes.
Can you explain what an experience like that was from the eyes of an 11 or 12-year-old?
It was so cool, and he couldn't have been nicer. We filmed during a live Laker game. I forget who the team we were playing against, but it was a live Laker game. We recorded with Kobe before the game, and he was so energetic and ready to go. It was one of like the first times he had done like a TV show spot. So to be able to have that, and we were able to meet him, take pictures with him. We were able to like stand on the court. We met some other Lakers at the time. And he was so cool. He couldn't have been nicer, and we had such an awesome experience with him. And Rip Mamba, I mean, he's awesome.
So are we predicting a Rockets championship this season?
I'm always predicting a Rockets championship. It didn't matter if we lost, if we only won 19 games or we won 52. I'm always predicting it. It's always our season.
All right, there you go. We have the I-35 rivalry between us, but we'll keep that nice and friendly for
Oh
now.
yeah, for sure. And not like ice, where I'm like want to bully you. No, we'll keep it on the court for them and as fans.
All right, sounds good, Rico. Well, thanks a lot for taking the time, and
Thank you.
congratulations on Sneaks, and we can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you so much.